Going on, people? I thought I would show you what we've done to the truck here lately. Been a few things. Real quick, if you can see it, I'm going to show you the wiring under the bunk and how I did it. I already showed you the parts in the last video, so hang on one second and I'll show you what I got here. Alright, so other than the water bottles, if you look right there, that's the connectors coming up out of the floor. Still got to clean up my mess. Going in over there. And as you can see, this is the wires coming out of the bulkhead underneath the bunk, going to the inverter. So that's one thing we've gotten done. Alright, so that's the inverter. Now let's show you what else we got done on it. It's a little loud out here, so if you can't hear me, I apologize. Of course, another quick look at the truck in case anybody wants to see that. Yeah, there she is. Alright, so what we've done other than the inverter is, if you look down in between there, you can see my Centromatics. Bought those for the steers and the drives, and you know, no sponsor money there, but they do seem to improve the ride and vibrations in the truck quite a bit. And you can't really tell here, but we had to go ahead and put all new brake shoes all new brake shoes on the drives. Had a wheel lock up on me in the rain going to a stoplight, and I just went ahead and had all the brakes done. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad at all. It $846, all new shoes and hardware. Didn't need any drums, so got that done. And then if you look down in the wheel, you can see the other part, my other Centromatics for the steers. Get back in the truck so you can hear me and I can hear you. But yeah, that's what we got there. So yeah, we spent a little bit of money, but it stops a lot better. When I got the truck, what I'd realized is if it's set for a couple days, especially if it was wet outside, they had a couple brakes that you'd have to pop them free. You know, they like to stick. They were probably about halfway through their life expectancy, maybe a little more than that. So when that happened, trying to remember, was that yesterday or day before yesterday?
Yesterday?
No, it was day before yesterday.
When it was raining?
Yeah, day before yesterday is when it happened. When I went to stop at a stoplight, and you know, I wasn't real heavy and hit the brakes, and one wheel locked up and was skidding, and you know, it wasn't even that hard of a stop, but it's hard enough. Of course, then I got had to make a phone call for a hard brake event. Because even though I don't have the camera system, obviously the electronics, you know, they can still get those indicators to them, but you know, there's a mechanical issue caused it, so they wrote it off as just that. And yeah, like I said, you know, 846, got new shoes, new hardware. Then they put the Centromatics on when they were putting the wheels back on, and then they also did the Centromatic wheel balancer on the steers for me. The only problem was I didn't show the chrome center caps on the steers. Obviously, I didn't install the one on the driver's side very well because it is MIA. but we called Love's, and they issued a credit to our rewards points in the amount that it would cost to recover to pay for that one cover. They're not very expensive covers, so it is what it is. But at least they were kind enough to do that. I mean, these chrome covers you buy, they look pretty good, but they're cheesy, cheap, real flimsy metal. So it is what it is. So yeah, that's what we're doing. Running and spending. That's about all we're doing, running and spending. We delivered a load yesterday. It was just a short run load, but for what it was, it paid good, considering it was hardly any miles on it. And then just to get us here, and we picked up a load this morning. It's a location in New Albany, Ohio. I've been there before. It's not a very big lot. It's all they do is live loads because they have no room for any trailer storage at all. But they have two separate buildings about 3/4 of a mile away from each other. But getting in and getting set up and backed into a dock can be interesting. It can be very interesting. It is not big at all. I don't normally like to go there. This morning wasn't too bad. There was a couple trucks ahead of me when I got there, but everybody, was acting like they had common sense and half a brain, so it wasn't a big deal. Basically, just park on the drive and stay out of the way until one person or a couple people get in and get loaded and get out of the dock. Last time I was there, everybody wanted to pull right on top of each other, and if I can't do what I got to do, I'm not going to be able to get out of your way for you to do what you got to do. It just takes a little common sense, not a whole lot, but sometimes you just wonder what drivers are thinking. They'll pull up right in their own way because when they block you, they're blocking themselves, and then they want to get all stupid because you can't get out of their way. But yeah, this morning was not too bad. I got that done, loaded. The only thing is, it's about the best load I can find out of this area. That wasn't, going to New Jersey. But it doesn't deliver until Monday. It just is what it is at this point. There's just not a lot out there right now. Just not a lot out there. I talked to my BOA yesterday, and if I remember correctly, and sometimes I don't, they were running 2-week furloughs for some employees because volumes are down. So you got to do what you got to do, I guess, to stay in business. I mean, there's been no permanent layoff, but they are doing 2-week rotational furloughs for employees. So what are you gonna do? And I guess she didn't say if they had froze hiring for new drivers, but she did say that they weren't hiring office personnel. They're pretty much, they're not hiring anyone right now as far as that goes. Considering where freight is right now, I would think there'd probably be a slowdown on bringing in new drivers, because at this point nobody knows how long this is going to take, or how long it's going to be before things get even to a semblance of normal. So yeah, that's the information I got yesterday on that. That was during my conversation about, my truck telling on me. Didn't know I bought a Tattletale. Other than that, I stopped here at This Loves to have a retort done, and I got more time than I need, so just gonna hang out here. Weather's getting better, and that's all we got to do. Just hang out today and drive a little bit tomorrow and find a place we want to be and call it a day. So I'm already looking for loads after this. We'll be close to home, but it just depends on what pops up, because right now I don't want to do. There's one load going to Texas, and I'm $1.06 a mile, and I'm like, there ain't no way you're getting me to haul no $1.06 a mile freight just to turn around and haul 80 cents a mile freight out of Texas. So that's not even a possibility. But I got a couple loads. They're not real yet, but I'm hoping they will be. They're not. Well, one of them's not paying too bad. It's $1.71 a mile, I think it is. Considering what I've been seeing, that's pretty good. But yeah, I was looking in Texas because I was looking at a load a few days ago going into Texas, and I started looking at freight coming out of Texas, and heavy and cheap. That's all I can say. It's heavy and cheap, and I don't mind going to Texas, but I'm not going to go and work for free. So that's where we're at. Just thought I'd do an update and show you everything we've done so far. So I appreciate you taking time. Be safe. We'll talk to you.